knitters, it's Linda Scocker here. Today I'm going to demonstrate how to do the German twisted cast on. It's a cast on that I've used for a few of my patterns and in my videos, so I thought I would just do a dedicated video to show you how I do it. The German twisted cast on is used when you need a nice stretchy cast on and that matches a ribbing. You bet a 1x1 rib typically, but it could be more. Okay, so the first thing to do is understand that it is a long tail cast on, so you're going to need to estimate how much yarn you need. For that, I just do a simple wrap technique and then multiply. So 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if I say that would be about the amount that I need for 10 stitches, and then you do this. So I need 32 today for the project I'm going to do. So that would be 30 and a bit more. So usually with the German twisted, you just need a little bit more. So technically I've just gone 4 times that wrapped technique. Now you need to put your hands in position for a long tail cast on. So some people know that as the slingshot cast on. There's many ways of doing this part. The way that I'll do it, that I would like to demonstrate, is I've got my ball yarn on one side and my tail yarn on the other. So that yarn is what is connected to the ball, and this side is what's connected to the tail. I'm going to place the strand over both my fingers like this, so my thumb and my index finger, and then I'm just going to turn my hand so you can see I've got the ball yarn draping over those 3 fingers, and I'm going to close those 3 fingers on that yarn and then gather up the tail yarn as well. So now I have a strand going across my index finger and thumb, and both ends of the yarn gathered up underneath my other 3 fingers. This is stretched so that it's pretty taut. Okay, so it's like a guitar string tightness. Now with my needle, I'm going to put it underneath and put my finger on top. And now I'll be driving the needle and yarn with my right index finger. So just pull your hands away. This is where it gets the name from the slingshot method. And then you'll be using the point of your needle to guide where it's got to go. Now let me remind you what a normal slingshot method is. You go underneath thumb and you go across and you collect finger yarn like that, and then you let go. And then this is the trickiest part, is you need to put your thumb back in to stretch out that yarn and make it tight. So now you can pull to, not too tight, you want it to still be able to slip on the needle. So again, you're going underneath the thumb yarn and then take it over to finger yarn and pull it through the loop, let your thumb out and then tighten it on. That is a normal long tail cast on. So just quickly and pull it through. The German twisted part of this, so that's it makes quite a nice edge, it's fine, but it's just not particularly stretchy. And it's great if you're doing garter stitch or stocking stitch, but I prefer this German twisted one when it comes to ribbing. Okay, so this is the change. So instead of going under thumb and picking up finger yarn, we're going to go right under both strands of thumb like this, and then come back down into thumb from the top. That creates that twist. Can you see that twist? And then we're going to take that needle over to pick up finger yarn and bring it back through with the tiniest tip, that little triangle that gets created. And then pop it on the needle, put your finger on it to secure it, and then let your thumb go and come back. So it is very similar, but it just adds a twist. So again, underneath both and down into thumb yarn, take it over to finger yarn, and bring it back through that little triangle that gets created. Put your finger on it to secure it and put it back in. Okay, so under both and down, across, grab finger yarn, bring it through that little triangle, and then bring your thumb back through. So you can see the change there. It's made these kind of little knots maybe. That's just that extra twist. Okay, so let's do it again. We're going to go holding our fingers in the slingshot method. Remember that our fingers are all holding both strands, but one strand is tail yarn and the other strand is ball yarn. And we're going to go under both and down, over and finger. Some people ask me whether it matters which side is which. I've never paid attention. I don't think it matters. I don't think it doesn't matter which side you have the yarn on, as long as you remain consistent. If I was to drop it and then come and pick up the opposite yarn, you can see it makes a little blip in your cast on. So you don't want that. You want to just remain as consistent as possible. Okay, so under both and down, over and through, under both and down, over and through, and that's it.